This is
And
my
here's-
ass.
And of course, here's
For the
us in
audio
chat.
people, Percy just showed us his
I
ass.
bent over and showed my ass.
He put his hands on him too.
Thanks. I'm gonna have to edit that.
Spread them.
Nah, that stays.
I'll put a Percy sad over the ass.
Put me with the lighter over
No,
it.
is Percy happy?
Yeah.
No, you gotta put the dark one with the lighter, like.
I like that
Exactly.
we're not 47 seconds into the podcast and we're already
I
off
was
topic.
reiterating
And
Swagger.
and ass and a lot
What
of
even
ass.
is topic?
We can't even stay on topic on the intro, guys. What the fuck?
All right, so let's try this again. Welcome everybody to the SBC podcast, the Shower Brew podcast. You know, where all of us, myself, Redneck, Percival, and Swagger, all get together, have a good time, talk a little bit about the topics that either you want to talk about or we want to talk about.
Minecraft music just kicked in.
It did. Basically, we're gonna be talking. We record it in two different ways. So we record it with video, which will be on YouTube, and a audio version, which will be uploaded to Spotify. Which hopefully everything
There's
goes well with
drinks
that.
in front of Percy. Let me fix that.
What? What was that?
I can't
Bitch?
see you, Percy. There's drinks. My non-alcoholic beverages are in your way. There,
Beverages.
I can see everyone.
My non-alcoholic beverages, all up in that way.
So maybe let's go around and take a second to introduce ourselves. I will go first. You know, my name's Real Canadian Moose. I am a Canadian variety streamer who's been a content creator for like over 6 years now. I have quite an amazing community, quite an amazing group of friends who enable me to do this kind of things that I do. Yeah, we're all kind of scuffed gamers, and you guys are going to kind of sit here. If you are listening to this for the first time, then this would be a perfect episode to kind of get an idea of what the SBC is all about, who the members are, and kind of just what we do around here. And if you know us, if you've known us for a while, then it'll just maybe you'll find out some things that we don't know, that you don't know about us, or you know, it'll just reaffirm the things that you do. And yeah, with that, I pass it off to whoever wants to take over
You
next.
have a fun day,
I
Percy.
think it's Swagger.
Yeah.
Skew.
Swagger, would you care to go?
All
All right, panic deer in the headlights, pork butt in the headlights.
Hi.
All right, well,
Okay, yeah.
It's
It's all-
going.
all you
off
need
to
now.
a
This is going
stellar
great.
start.
boys.
Can I introduce myself as Swagger? Or do I? Okay. Hi. I'm Swagger. I'm Swagger Stones. So we'll get into that later. But I'm Swagger. They call me Swagger. I've been making content for technically 8 years, but more on my main channel for 6 years, 7 years this year. I'm a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, but I don't do anything frequently enough. I'm also a variety streamer. I'm turning 20 soon, and I'm a manager at McDonald's.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I also own way too many games.
He does.
That's very
own
true,
too many
yeah.
games.
All right, who's up next? Stellar. We're off to just a real bomb start. Redneck, it's you. You didn't do nose
Yeah.
goes.
Oh, damn it. The
Yeah.
nose goes gets me every time.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. I am the evil redneck. I mean, not really I guess making content. I'm just chock full of content pretty much all my life.
Always.
Now I've been streaming for a year,
Yeah, I think that's
couple
fair.
years.
Yeah.
About a year.
2
or
years,
so.
yeah, maybe.
Not really on it as much as I used to be. Recently got a job, like an actual job. So been at that. I also moved out into the middle of nowhere recently, and the connection is top tier. Do recommend the fastest fiber wire, of course, all the way through.
Absolute ass.
But yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. But like everyone else is saying, we're all kind of variety streamers. I do lean more toward first-person shooters, more competitive style games. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. We want to pass the torch along to Mr. Percival.
I'm glad we got the boning boy in here.
Yeah. I'm Percy.
This is Tim.
This is Tim. Mr. Bad. He's a skeleton. He's sitting on my drum set. For anyone who is not watching.
Yeah, for the audio listeners.
For the people. Yeah. He's just kind of sitting there.
He's chilling. People pogging.
Yeah. I'm Percival. Some people know me as Bad News Percy. But yeah, call me Percival. Who cares? I've been streaming for about 3 months now, but I've been in the community for about 2 years. And yeah, I'm the newest member of the SBC. I was added when I first started streaming. I was added, and it was nice.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Everybody, welcome. Round of applause for Mr.
But
Percival.
we did it. We did it quite well. That was good. So the first episode is gonna be a little bit scuffed for us, because not a lot of us have ever really even been on a podcast or hosted a podcast. It's gonna take a bit of a time for us to get our feet moving, to get in the swing of these things. But we'll get better at it. That's kind of what the whole point of what we're doing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, for existing audience members and new audience members to kind of get an idea of our content. And like I said, we will get better at this.
I'm gonna need to reiterate the scuffed
Big
portion
scuff.
of the.
See, I think my
Hey.
face is lopsided.
That was crazy once.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I know this side is a bit fucked up because I have a lazy eye, but my mouth feels like it's like.
Well, we're really spiraling out of control here. All right.
Like God's fucked up placing
So
my mouth. and
what
it's
do we?
like, "Ah!"
So do we want to maybe talk about how we all met? Okay, who wants to start
For
off
sure.
with the origin story of the Shower Brew crew? Because we'll talk about how we met and then kind of how we came about. We'll talk about like from day one to now, basically, giving people kind of a bit more of a chronicle of.
But would day one be the day that I walked in? Because that's when because everyone else was there already, right?
Yeah. So I guess maybe I'll start since I've kind of known all of you the longest.
Moose, when did you meet Redneck?
Oh God, like almost 3 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Been a bit.
it's been a bit of time. So I guess we'll start there. So I've been streaming for a couple of months. I went and got a new webcam, and with it came a subscription to XSplit, which is a streaming and recording software. So I decided to start streaming from there, and then I started streaming Shell Shock Live for months, for a long time, doing viewer games and playing with viewers in chat. So what we would do is we would get in there. I would tell them that I'm live, and then people would come in if they're interested. They'd come into the chat. They'd vibe around, and then they'd be like, "Oh, can we join it?" And then back then it was very different. We'd be like, "Yeah, come on to the Discord." So they come in, and we met a lot of amazing people, a lot of interesting characters as well. And then one night, one guy who came in, I don't remember exactly kind of how you got in there, but it was in the situation where you just kind of joined and you were like, "Hello."
Yeah, I think I was just playing and I was bored. It's probably a night where I was just drinking heavily.
Yeah.
I used to do that. Not much anymore though.
Yeah.
But and I was just bored, and I'm usually just on by myself at night. So I saw that you had like your stream title in the title of the game, so I joined and ended up joining your stream. And I think you were having people come into your chat,
Yeah,
like
probably.
into a call with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much where it started. And then I think from there I joined the Discord. And then in that, me and you just started talking back and forth, and I was talking about how I was just being medically retired from the service, and I was wanting to get into streaming.
Yeah.
And I asked him a bunch of questions about it, and like what's a good software and stuff like to get me started. So
Yeah. So
pretty much started there and grew.
yeah. So for context, Redneck was in the service for what, 2 years, 3 years?
4. It was only
4?
4 years. I did one tour over in Afghanistan. Ended up getting hurt over there, and they medically retired me for it.
But yeah, it was very much just like that. Like you joined, and yeah, I remember like a lot of fun nights just talking about getting to know each other a lot of late night Discord calls, just kind of like sharing experiences. I know I was really interested in hearing like stories that you had from the service.
Yeah,
and like that was really cool.
Yeah, you really like listening to
Yeah,
them.
because like I find that stuff really interesting. And then I remember you were telling me that you really liked playing Siege, because like you liked like how quick it was and like how realistic it was. And then yeah, we just kind of kept hanging. I think I remember like, because I think I had some footage from when we met, and you were just like you were making Canadian jokes at me, and I was like, all right, yeah, we got a funny guy here, huh? So that was kind of funny. Yeah, and then we just
So immediately he knew that it was just full of content.
Yeah, just
so-
immediately I was like, this is a
Just
gold mine.
immediately, like, this guy, we gotta get this guy in here.
Keep this guy on. Damn.
Now, when I met Percival's kind of murky, as opposed to like kind of when and where I met. I don't remember if I met you before Redneck or after.
Um.
I'm gonna err on the side of
Well-
caution and say after.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's after.
I think it was
because
after, yeah.
I got my first computer when I was 8, like the day I turned 18.
Yeah.
So, I think I started playing Shell Shock around the end of December in 2018.
Yeah.
So probably around then, because I think I was around level like 50 by the time I met you.
See, like this is what I like. Is that like, you know, I was just thinking like, who would want to listen to a podcast that about like 4 streamers, you know what I mean, talking? But in fairness, like we have a lot of cool and interesting stories because like, even though we haven't even met yet, like there's been a lot of cool things, and like, you know, we're gonna get into those. Yeah, well, I don't necessarily know if that's a cool story,
I
but
don't know about that one.
but yeah, Percival kind of came in the same kind of way as Redneck. Just joined. Oh no, I remember the night. I don't remember if it was before Redneck or not, but I remember you joined.
Oh, it was way after. I remember the night too because I was going through my camera roll pretty recently and I found the picture that I took
Yeah.
of the thing. It was. I didn't realize it was so late that the first time I
Yeah,
ever, like,
dude.
joined it was like January. January was when I joined the server, and I think I just kind of hung out around like during I was still in high school, so
Yeah.
I was kind of hung out. I wasn't really doing much. I think I played a lot of solo games or games with my other my IRL friends, and then I think sometime it was like at the end of end of August, and I DM'd Moose and was like, "Hey, would it be funny
Yeah.
if I went and ordered food at Whataburger
While on
you-
stream, yeah.
Yeah, while on call." And he's like, "Yeah, that'd be funny, dude." I was like,
I
"Okay."
remember getting that message and I was just like, who is this? Like I was like this is one of the more weirder requests I've gotten, but I was like, you know what, sure, because at that point I was like, you know, like I didn't really care too much about like the kind of like professionalism of the stream. I was just like, it'll be funny, whatever. And then like it wasn't really that funny. It was kind of weird because you were just like, I thought you would be like trying to meme on it and be like, oh yeah, can I get it? But you were just like, yeah, can I get my order? Okay, thanks, bye. And then like that was it. Like it wasn't that exciting. And then you were
Yeah,
just like,
but I do remember I was talking to you guys before we left and like all the way there, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a little number, the evil tent. For everyone who's on the video can see it now. And this isn't the one, but this is one of the things. You get a little tent, and they set it on your table, and then they bring the food out to you. I have the one. The one.
He's taking multiple.
what number is it?
It's 54.
Oh, there you go. So
Ayo.
for whenever we do SBC trivia, the number on Percival's first Wada order with the SBC was
No, that's-
54.
He's gonna fucking merch idea for Percy, a jersey.
54 on the
dude, that'd
back.
be
An
cool.
SBC jersey
Well,
with
hat.
54 on the back.
That'd be sick.
Oh.
We'll
Yeah.
keep that in the back pocket. But yeah, no,
And
that,
go
ahead.
I remember
Have to
I was
continue,
like
have to
listening
stoke
to
the
you
fire.
guys. Yeah, stoke the fire. I remember I was like listening to you guys while I was ordering. I was trying not to laugh
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was just like, "All right, I'm gonna go back now. I'm gonna go home."
We're a bit of a silly group. Yeah, that was fun.
Because there was a bunch of people. There wasn't just like
No, it
there
wasn't
was
just
some other
me.
dude. It was like a bunch of people. In the
Yeah, it was
call.
at least like
I know-
6.
I know, like Azalea was there. Probably Bappo.
Zom, yeah. These are the OG people.
The
Like
OG.
these are the guys who came in probably before a lot of you guys. And then they like since Swagger's been around. Swagger's the one who's been around he hasn't been around as long as everyone else. But I don't even think he would know too much about Azalea or Bappo or Zom. You probably know them from like hearsay, yeah. But like you,
Well, I played a bit with Azalea. That was
Yeah.
also Sunday's LOL sensei.
yeah. So I mean, but those are they were there since like day one. So yeah, that's why I met Redneck and Percival. We all met through Shell Shock, which is why we kind of all hold a side. Even though we get mad at it very often, we haven't played in a long time. Like Shell Shock will always hold a special place in our hearts.
That's our fallback
Yeah,
always.
because it's
Shell
like
Shock.
we met through there. A lot of our communities from there. and just like a lot of really great memories from Shell Shock, in the community in general. But Swagger, would you like to kind of talk about how you met us, or
You remember, or
yeah?
Yeah, I remember. Trying to fully remember. I had gone on and I was gonna record some Shell Shock with some friends. I don't remember who exactly it was that I was playing with, but I was like, and then I was looking through the games and I saw Moose's, same way Redneck did, where it's like he had his Twitch handle and name, and I was like, all right,
I
I'll
saw
go
the same
check
thing.
him out.
Saw the
And
same
I
thing.
started chatting. I was like, hey, I'll join you guys later. I'm recording something with some
Yeah.
guys. And they're like, okay, yeah. Just join on the server, and I joined on the server.
When
And
I
then a bit
first
later,
heard, when you first sent the message, like, I'm recording right now, instantly I would, like, my eyes lit up because I was like, oh, another creator.
content.
Well, because the difference is that, like,
Fuck.
when a lot of people joined, like, for example, Redneck and Percival, they weren't creators when they first joined. They expressed interest in creating, but then they weren't. So I remember when and this was when I was like, I had been creating for quite a while, but I hadn't been streaming for maybe a year and a half, if not 2 years.
That was
So
around like June of 2019.
yeah, so I mean, I hadn't run into a lot of creators who were interested in doing Shell Shock in videos or streams or whatever. So when Swagger mentioned that, I was immediately like, oh, interesting. And then yeah, Swagger, you can take it from there if you want.
Yeah. And then I also ended up, I'm pretty sure, recording the session with you guys. And it was the longest recording that I never used, and I think I got rid of.
Nice.
Because I was lazy, and I have the same issue that I have now, where I just was like editing.
Same.
Yeah, I meant to download the VOD for that.
But I went and I, finally joined. I was like, okay, I'm ready. And they're like, okay, get on in. And I joined. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And they start losing their shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. I changed my stream title. I was like, Swagger Soul, this is fun. Like, we were like, this is so good. It was crazy. That was
Because
wild.
that was the time where I was watching a lot of Swagger Souls, and I have this thing. It's not as bad now as it used to be, but like I'd kind of take on like certain things from like content creators I'd watch,
Yeah.
like certain mannerisms of them, so I'd, like kind of talk like them or laugh like them. And I found myself playing CS:GO, and I ended up just slipping into Swagger Soul's voice. And so I was just like, yeah, let's go do it. I was playing a lot of CS:GO recently, so it just felt natural and just kind of ended up slipping into it. And it just came in. It's like, hey guys, what's up? It's they're like, holy shit, dude, you sound like Swagger Souls. I'm like, yeah, I am Swagger Souls. Wait, you're acting like you've never heard of Swagger Souls. Come on, guys, you're overreacting. Calm down.
Yeah, when
Like,
we
like
first heard that,
that.
we lost our freaking mind. And I think that there was a slight pressure to kind of be that character for a while, because like
I kept up that voice for like a month or two.
yeah, because I remember like Swagger and I would like, I did the same thing as I did with Redneck, not so much with Percival. Ironically, we do a lot of that now, but when I first met,
We're not close.
no, well, because I mean, you were very in and out on streams and stuff at that time.
Burger.
Yeah. So I mean, like, with Swagger, I was like messaging him, and I was like, we were talking about like soccer and like being creators and stuff.
And hockey.
Yeah, and I remember
And
just like talking to
music.
him and being like, oh god, like this guy's cool. Like I hope I don't fuck it up. And
Hey, here we are now.
Yeah, I was like,
the tables up there.
I was just like, man, I hope he doesn't think I'm weird, because I'm like making jokes in DMs. I'm like, I hope he doesn't think I'm weird. Boy, if I could, if I could, yeah,
You could write a letter to yourself.
yeah. So yeah, and then like I said, Swagger,
He's a weirdo, a great one, but a weird.
Swagger kind of kept up that bit for a while. I remember the first recording session that him, I, and Redneck had with Hex. Swagger was just like, he was like, oh yeah, so like that was his thing. You know, I think there was a good amount of pressure to have to do the voice a lot.
Like, I couldn't help myself but do it. Like it was
Yeah.
just the voice was doing itself. I didn't control it.
And I mean, it made
Yeah,
for
boy.
quite the
voice.
nickname. You know, it made for quite the
Yes.
nickname.
Yeah.
Also leads to quite a bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an identity
know.
crisis that.
For those of you watching the visual version, there's a cat on the podcast now.
It's adorable.
Isn't she? She's just taking her time. Yeah, that's the Discord. I wonder if she looks dead in the camera. That's the thumbnail. Yeah. So like a good topic would be kind of how everybody came up with their own names. Like what was the thought behind?
No idea how I came up with my name. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like,
You're gonna have to censor that, Moose.
That lifetime censor. Let's go. But dude, I don't even know how I came up with my name. Like, not even gonna lie, because it was my Xbox account name first, and I was just like Redneck476. Yeah, I literally no thought process. It's just like, yeah, this feels right. This is what it is, and then it became my YouTube channel. And oh my god.
Well, her face isn't against it.
So for all the audio visuals, the cat's tail was blocking the camera.
tail.
Completely.
And I was trying to look around it.
Now.
Yeah, now she's lying down on the mouse. For me, like, obviously Swagger, we call him Swagger because of his Swagger Souls voice, and like I could never really call him by his,
Swagger.
could never call him by Red
I
Heart.
feel real weird every time I see it.
Some people
Every time I
try.
see it in game, I'm like.
Some people try. There's like one person we play with quite often who's always like Red Heart. Hey Red, who is it?
I know Shadow keeps on going
It's-
red and says it's Redneck a lot
Yeah.
because he.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
just on like Steam and stuff change it to Swagger just for ease. But
For
like
the
I feel
convenience,
weird
yeah.
about doing that at the same time. It's a really weird situation. This is why I had an identity crisis.
Swagger.
You could
Swagger.
You could always change it up a bit, like Swag Horse or something. But anyway, Redneck, how did you come up with the name Evil Redneck?
Kind of like Red Heart here.
What a
It
gamer.
was like my first online handle, and it never
Stuck.
changed. You know, way back
Dude.
when.
Red Heart isn't even my first
And I mean,
handle.
I'm kind of, I guess I'm a little redneckish, if you'd say so.
You live in the woods now.
I don't know where people get that idea from.
Yeah,
but,
maybe it's the bacon.
and and honestly, I can be a bit evil, but I'm a nice guy. It's
Yeah,
more
says
of a
the most
necessary,
wholesome guy. Then it's a
more
necessary
of
evil.
it's more of a necessary evil at
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a hurricane coming through a country that's just been talking too much shit. Anyway, Percival, how did you come up with Bad News Percy?
Oh, Bad News Percy. Well, Bad News Percival was the full name, and then I shortened it because it seemed a little long. Bad
Yeah.
News Percival came from a meme that I saw a long time ago, and it was Bad News Percy the bear. It would give you bad news, and I thought that was hilarious because it already went
Bad
along
News
with
Bear.
Percival.
Yeah.
Because Percival was already my name, like everywhere. And that's Percival comes from Parzival, which is from Ready Player One, which Moose likes to remind me by calling me Parzival all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Percy came. The Bad News Percy just is a
It's a
short version
combination, yeah.
of a longer name.
But it's a combination of a couple different things, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So my name.
Wait.
Yeah. Sorry. Go. Sorry.
No, go ahead. After that, I'll explain what my first handle
okay.
was, and it's really embarrassing.
Yeah, ironically, my first handle was my original creator name. So again, kind of the thing that I got from.
You want to talk about your
No, so
lawsuit?
well, yeah, I'll talk about it in a second here. So, my original creator name was again kind of how a lot of people kind of get started on creating and their names and stuff. It was my gamer tag. So essentially, PlayStation, when I first signed up way back when, they gave me the tag Super Mario Bros, which is Super Mario Bros, but with an O instead of an A. So I used that. So for years, I was making content under the name Super Mario Bros, which, I mean, hindsight, it was awful because, like, you're not going to call me, what are you going to call me? Mario?
Hey, Mario.
Yeah, like it's
Mario.
Hey, super.
So it was
Super.
it was a shit decision. But again, like back then, that was just kind of what you did. You would just use your gamer tag. And then so after I was like, this is something I really want to do, I was like, oh, Monka, I could actually run into some problems here. So I emailed Nintendo itself saying, yeah, this is my channel name. Would this be a problem in the future? And they were like, we can't guarantee whether it will be or won't be, but to be safe, you should change it. And I was like, okay.
Stop it. Get some help.
So after getting a cease and desist from Nintendo, I decided to, I spent like a good couple of weeks trying to think of names, and I ran through a couple of them. I wanted to think of something that was like marketable. Again, what was big at the time were animal themed names, right? Or like animal themed logos that would like look good on merch, look good on animation characters and that kind of stuff. So that was kind of my motivation on picking Moose. And I was like, okay, what's something about me? Like we've established an animal here. somewhat of an animal. I know that I want to go for an animal. What's something about me that's really like intrinsic of me as a person? And I was like, oh, I'm Canadian. I love being Canadian. So Canadian. And I was like, a Canadian animal. It's like, oh, beaver, no. Canadian bacon's already taken. Like maybe a bear. And I was like, no, like what's a moose? A moose is Canadian. It's very good. It's an animal. It's easy to market. So Canadian Moose became my name. I don't even remember how long ago. But yeah, it's kind of just how I've been running it for years now. Canadian Moose, and then obviously on Twitch, it's Real Canadian Moose because Canadian Moose was taken. So yeah,
Okay,
of course.
My first handle was I got a PSP for Christmas one year, and that shit was the coolest thing. Can I just say it? It had like the camera attachment, and I don't remember what the name of the game was, but you had this little platform, and the camera would detect it, and monsters would show up. It was really cool. But I had to make a username. My first fucking username was Music Lover or 9 or Music Rocker 9. It was Music Rocker 9.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
Rocker 9.
that's your new
I
nickname on
hate
Discord.
that shit,
now.
dude.
Love it. That's his new name now.
That's your
No!
Change it in the
What's up, Music
Discord
Rocker?
now.
No.
It's Music Rocker, my
Music
boy.
Rocker 9.
Hey Rocker, there's
I
somebody over
hate
there.
that name so much.
Hey, can we go Music Rock over there somewhere? It's a little loud.
Guys, we're gonna be rating Music Rocker tonight. He's a Music Rocky kind of guy. Let's get his rocks off.
music.
He rocks
Well, you
music.
think that
Go
can't
there.
get worse
Dead
than
silence.
Swag Horse?
Swag
What's
Horse.
worse, Swag Horse or
I
Music
do like
Rocker
Swag
9?
Horse.
I like Swag
I like
Horse. I think
Swag
Music
Horse.
Rocker
then it would
9 is
also-
definitely worse.
No, Swag Horse would give us a reason to say Swagger without also maybe getting a cease and desist from the Misfits.
Yeah, but it
From
feels weird.
Swagger.
Well, now that
Swag
we've
Horse does not
now that
feel
we've
right.
memed it on too hard, I also I don't like I know what you guys are saying and like it makes sense, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue well. Like Swag
Dude,
Horse.
Yeah, imagine being like,
Swag
hey,
Horse.
did you catch Swag Horse's
yeah.
stream?
There's
Swag Horse.
gotta be something else there.
No, they're just
Who
going
actually enunciates? Like honestly.
Yeah, but if you said
Slurred
Swagger,
together.
then they did assume Swagger Souls.
Well, no one says. Did you catch Bad News Percy's stream? Did you catch Moose's the Real Canadian Moose's stream?
That's true. But
Well,
I guess
still,
like if I
say
were to
Swagger, then you're gonna assume Swagger Souls.
not only that, but if I were to be like, go check out the Evil Redneck, I say that. I would never say like go check out saying go check out Swag Horse. It sounds like it was an account made in like 2011 where everyone was posting pictures of swag like this on their Facebook
Like a
profiles.
swag horse.
Yeah, and like you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't swag YOLO money. For all the visual viewers, Redneck's a gangster now.
Gangsta neck.
We're gonna be doing that a lot in the podcast. Gangsta neck. We're gonna be doing a lot of that in the podcast and like visual cues for all the audio listeners if they wanted to check it out.
The
You can
Q
just
swagger is about to pass out.
you can just check the timestamp on the audio version and then go right to the YouTube and just go through there. So then I guess like from day one of meeting all you guys, it was like and it was nothing about it was very linear. And everybody kind of was coming in and out. So essentially, obviously something that a lot of you guys have been, some of you have known us for a long time, but a couple of newcomers will make this known. The SBC used to be a bit bigger. We used to have a fifth member who was an original member before Percival. So Hexademon, recently, things just kind of, we went different directions. There's nothing personal. We all handled it quite well. Obviously things were very respectful because at the end of the day, we're all really good friends. So, it just kind of came to a point where, we all kind of took a break in the summer of 2020. There was no real specific reason. We didn't really talk about it. I mean, we all just kind of got busy with life. Percival wasn't in the crew. Yeah, everybody just started kind of doing their own thing for a bit of time there.
COVID
and again,
was a thing.
there was nothing personal about any of it. It's just we kind of found ourselves like streaming on our own time, and just things just weren't as easy to get together with the differing schedules. Hex in this time, Hex started playing a lot more GTRP, and good on him. We give him credit for not using that as an excuse to not stream. Credit to him, he took that and ran with it. He really put in work in his GTRP. He's having a lot of fun with it. He's really committed to it, and obviously everyone here wishes him the best of luck with all of that.
Go check him out.
Yeah, go check him out. He will definitely be in the links here in the description.
Nudes.
But anyway, So
he would want us to say that.
he would want us to say that, yeah. So you know, like again, nothing personal, but like when the SBC kind of got back to doing stuff, we lost a good man, to quote Swagger, that fucking idiot. So anyway, so you know, again, nothing personal. You know, it just, you know, eventually the rest of the crew kind of came back. We brought Percival in to kind of reinvent the spirit of the SBC, and it really did work. You know, with Percival coming in, everyone kind of got back into streaming. Everyone started doing videos together and hanging out, because something we've always said about SBC is that you know, we're friends first and streamers second. So that always comes paramount to anything we do as creators. We were in a bit of a rut. The SBC was in a bit of a rut. Nobody was really talking to each other. It was rough, and like as a group of people who genuinely consider each other best friends, you know, it's hard to see when like people you talk to every day, you know, we weren't engaging with each other as often. So Percival came in, he kind of reinvigorated the spirit of streaming, and he also just got us talking and hanging out more in general, because he credit Percival. He came in and just like was like, hey guys, let's play some games soon, like let's all get together, and like that was really great. So a few days ago, actually, prior to this recording, you know, we all kind of sat down and made the decision that maybe it would be best if SBC and Hex kind of just parted ways. Again, nothing personal. It was all amicable. You know,
Personal,
like,
kid. Blah.
you know, it just made sense for us as a group, and paramount to that, it made sense for us as friends, because it kind of became a bit of a tough spot for us when we would be playing sessions, and you know, naturally Hex was busy with his own schedule. So it kind of led to a bit of tension within the group, which, like, I genuinely believe that Hex, you know, left to pursue his own devices, you know, will alleviate a lot of that. And again, not to say that this is the end of the SBC recording with Hex. Obviously, we still very much consider Hex a good friend of ours, and you know, you'll still see him in streams and videos and stuff. And he's obviously still invited to the SBC trip. Hex was somebody who's been here for almost since day one. You know, Hex was here when all of these guys, the rest of the crew, came in. From the stream. Hex was someone I've known for over 3 years now, almost 4. Yeah, we started creating together in like 2017, yeah, 2017, December of 2017. We started playing together, and yeah, like he was a creator as well. If you guys want to touch on the whole SBC Hex situation, or if you guys just want to move straight to the SBC trip.
Yeah, I think
I forced them to start the conversation.
I think he said pretty much everything.
I do that.
Yeah, he's doing real good on his RP, and he's, like you said, he's running with it. He's met another group that he plays with fairly frequently. So
Yeah, it just made sense for everyone.
And it's like he kind of saw it coming too when you finally told him. So
Hex is a lovely man.
Lovely man. We love Hex.
yeah,
You know?
wish him the best.
Let's just
Probably talk about what the SBC is.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Does anyone want to take it from that?
Literally, this is our first one, so we should.
I feel like Redneck should, considering how he's the reason we have this name.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you take it.
It was actually during the CGC.
Yeah, after the first. Yeah. So, do you want to take it, Redneck?
Yeah, we're doing this thing in Shell Shock Live called the CGC. It's the
Content Creator Cup for charity.
Yeah.
For charity. Yeah, it's the CGC for charity is the full name. We just got a hold of a bunch of different content creators who played Shell Shock Live, and we're like, hey, you guys want to do a tournament style thing? And take donations and whatnot, and the winner gets to pick a charity of their choice to donate the proceeds to. And we got to Cataroo.
Casual
He
crew
came into the team.
as
The
well,
casual
yeah.
crew came into the team.
Dingo
Yeah,
and Fubar.
Dingo. Fubar was there. Yeah, but the
Dingo,
name came
Dingo,
from
guys.
it was the original crew, so it was me, Swagger, Moose, and Hex. We were like, all right, well, we're group one, so we kind of needed a name. And there was a story of, I think it was like the night that we met was like whenever I came in, wasn't it?
No, I
when
think it was
talking
no,
about
I think
my
it was
vape?
I was there
no.
when it happened.
Yeah, so I
it
have
was
I have the
later.
date. It was a few months before C2C for charity.
It was
Evil,
really
yeah,
funny.
but the story of it was like what the night we met or some shit.
Maybe I
Or
don't know.
it was one of the times I came in, like
Yeah.
before we.
Well, I was
were
there when you told the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
It
yeah.
was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about how I vape, and I was like, yeah, dude, I vape. My mod's really cool. It's shock proof and it's waterproof. And they're like, wait, your vape is waterproof? Why do you need a waterproof vape? I was like, well, to have in the shower with my shower beers, of course.
Well, I was
And,
supposed to have with my shower beer.
Yeah.
and they never lost it.
It's so funny that like a stupid question like thinking back on it, like having a waterproof vape makes a fuck ton of sense. You know,
It really does.
like 'cause you don't
Well,
wanna be like if it's
shower
raining,
beer.
like what are you gonna do? Like you know what I mean? So it makes sense. But it's just kind of funny that like a stupid question like that kind of spawned something like this.
It's the same one.
Yeah. So
It's still going.
yeah.
Shockproof waterproof, man.
So,
It's
yeah.
still alive.
So after Redneck kind of told that story, we didn't really think much of it, really. You know, we were just like, haha. I like the reason why we kind of thought about it a little bit more is because as we were forming C2C, we were like, okay, well, we need a team name. Yeah, and we kind of bounced a few ideas off. A lot of them
We
were
had so
really
many dumb
shitty.
names.
They were really bad.
We had really dumb fucking names.
Because most of
dude.
them were Shell Shock inspired. We were like, oh, the Team Shell Shockers, or like, you know, like Team Desert Storm or something like that. And, like there were some real bad ones. And then I was just like, you know, like what about? Go ahead.
Like a tactical type name because of my
Yeah,
like I just got a service and he wanted me to like bring in a good name.
yeah.
I'm so glad that we didn't go something Shell Shock related because we do
Yeah.
not play that shit anymore.
It would have
I
been really
was actually
limiting.
And I really don't remember who exactly came up with it.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
it me?
remember. I don't remember who was like, what about this?
We
I
could
don't-
go back. We have a
Let's
whole
say
chat
it was
there,
me,
but that's
I kinda do want to say it was me.
I don't remember. The thing I like about Shower Brew Crew is it has such an easy like acronym, the SBC.
See.
It works perfectly, you know. So yeah.
SBC beats SEC.
Yeah, that's the name of the chat. Yeah, we're fighting those tax evasion charges. Okay, they won't get us. So yeah, and like from there, it was just the SBC was the crew playing in Shell Shock for the event that year, and you know, like it just kind of stuck. Like we only really came up with it with the idea of I think there was a small part of us that decided like we were like, you know what, this is primarily a name for the event, or like for our team, but I think this could probably be like a name for us. Like I think at that point we were already pretty sure that like this was a group that we play games with pretty often. Oh, I have the names from September 23rd, 2019. So you guys want to hear some of the names?
on that.
You ready?
Not really, but yes.
Oh, okay. Now there's some interesting ones here. Shield Boys.
Yeah,
You
sure.
thought that was interesting?
No. Like
you were like, hold on, this one's interesting.
no. Give it a second.
Shield Boys.
The Ducks.
guy.
I don't know why we decided to do the Ducks.
Got worse.
Here we go. The Spladlers.
Yeah, it's because it's
Got
Splattle.
Yeah.
Team Splattle.
That one's kind of an interesting one. Yeah, Team Splattle. The Crash Crew.
Because we all have tech issues. That's the exact reason why there.
And then yes. Wait, Swag, are you
And then
in...
it wasn't Shower Brew Crew, it was the Shower Brewers.
Oh, so look at that. We had a little
So
bit
where
of
did it change?
Look at that. We had a bit of who suggested Shower Brewers? Was it Redneck?
I'm looking through.
Cuz like that's pretty crazy, dude. We almost were the Shower Brewers.
You did.
Yeah, that was
That's
you.
what it looks like because it says you were like, "What about the Shower Brew Crew?" And I said, "Or should we stick with the Shower Brews?" I said, "Don't know." And he said, "Curse you, Swagger." I said, "I'm already cursed with being alive."
Nothing's
And then Redneck said, "Shower Brew Crew is pretty good." So that's what we
nothing's
went with.
changed in 2 years.
So it was Redneck.
Nothing's changed in 2 years. Me suggesting something, Swagger saying, "I don't know," and I'm like,
I
"Fuck
don't
you,
know.
Swagger," and Redneck makes a decision. Honestly, Percival helps me make so many decisions because like Redneck's like, "I'm good with anything." Swagger's like, "I don't know," and Percival's like, "Yeah, do it." SBC works so well. Like, I love it. I love it. But
We couldn't be the SPs.
the SBs.
Those sons of bitches.
You sons of bitches.
Some
Is that-
bitches.
Is that my quesadilla?
Somebody back. Have a quesadilla. What?
That's what you said.
Ah! What a
I'm a shit.
what a stupid reference. But yes,
You can say that about
Where's your
anything
flip-flop?
when you're referencing us.
yeah. So I guess just like a little bit of backdrop on the C2C. Yeah, Redneck already kind of explained. It's just the charity event that we run every year, and that's easily become one of the coolest things that SBC has ever done.
And it didn't. But the idea for it didn't start with C2C.
What did it
'Cause we
start
had
with?
one event before that. That
Oh,
inspired
Control
us to,
Repeat.
Yes, that
Yeah.
inspired us to do another event for
Which
charity.
we are going to do again.
Yeah, this
Pretty
summer.
That is where I really came in.
Me
and
too.
started.
That's also where I started.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, Control Repeat was a big time.
Yeah.
Because like that was so basically
That
for
was the
reference
event.
for those of you who are new.
Fucking blasted someone out of existence.
Yeah. Control Repeat was an event that we used to run in which basically
long.
yeah, it was a week-long event in which I would play games with everyone, with the community, and basically I would have a basically like a sign-up sheet, and you would sign up to get into the session, and then you would have your chances would be randomized, and yeah, basically you would get a chance to be in the game. But yeah, that was a time where like Percival and Redneck and Swagger really got into sessions a lot. Although wait, no,
I'm not in any of them. But
hang on, wasn't that around the time when we did that hand sim session?
Hey, Redneck.
For all you listeners on Spotify, Redneck's wife is just tending to the fire.
Just tending to the fire.
I feel like you should have someone doing it for you now. So I mean, like, yeah, the events really did a lot for us, and they're gonna continue to do a lot for us because C2C 2019 was really awesome because again, there was a lot for us as a crew, gave us a lot to learn from, and it was epic. Like that was we had never planned something on that scale.
And then C 2020 was even bigger by
yeah.
like a shit ton. Like,
and 2021's version is gonna be even bigger than that. It's gonna be crazy. And then a new event that's coming up
maybe
soon.
I can get us sponsored by McDonald's.
There you go. So obviously,
Redneck like that one.
probably.
This was sponsored. This program is brought to you by the Maker.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna take a second here in the podcast to break for an ad break here. Swagger takes off with like a McDonald's ad. Nope, wrong one, bud.
It's
there it is.
close. It's close.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's close. It's close. You can walk there.
We almost got it.
Okay, so obviously the next event that that is going to be huge for us, not only for content but also for us as friends, is going to be SBC trip. So Percival, you haven't really. I feel bad. We haven't really had you talking too much here today. A lot of it was a lot of origin stuff that was like you kind of missed out on. But would you like to
touching his ball?
He has, yeah. Would you like to talk about SBC trip? Kind of talk about what it is, what kind of what we're hoping to do, and what are some of your hopes? That's what we'll do. We'll go around and talk about what we hope for. But Percival, you're gonna lead the discussion here.
Well, SBC trip is our get together for like us, the crew, and basically we're all gonna go to the Canadian side of Canadian side of Niagara Falls, just because it's the better side. I'll say it. Having been to the American side, it is the better side.
I agree. The American side is the better side.
That is the opposite of what I said.
It's the inverse of the hot
I know,
take.
but you just said like all I heard was being to the American side, it is the better side.
That's a
I
gold
stuck with
gold
that part.
take. But go on,
As you were
Percival.
saying.
Go on.
Yeah, so we're renting 2 Airbnbs. We're calling 1 the Sensual House and 2 fucking Animal House.
Animal House.
Fucking Animal House.
Animal House is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty intense. I mean, it's gonna be really fun.
I'm gonna get lathered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, maybe we should give some context for that one because we keep referencing it and people are like, "Oh, what?"
I better have my orange cookies too. Damn it.
So, who wants to talk about Swagger being slathered in sauce?
Swagger does.
See, Swagger.
But the man
I
himself.
think it means sassy. No, it means saucy.
God damn it! All right, who wants to bring it up? All right, good work.
I don't even remember how it started. So, Moose, how about you go?
Oh, okay.
Because I honestly don't remember how it started. I just know that you guys were like, "I'm gonna cover you in sauce," and I was like, "No,"
Yeah.
and then I was like, "I'm gonna cover it in sauce."
It was a thing that was bred in an Instagram conversation. That was a weird week in which we all just had really weird DMs with each other. That was also the week we started a pirate alliance. It was a weird time.
I got distracted by
shiny buttons and keys. Yeah. So it was an interesting time for sure. And then at one point, we were talking. It was actually an idea Percival and I made because you know me, I just say the most random stuff. So I was talking to Percival, and he was like,
"Wow,
"Yeah,
you're so quirky."
He was like, "You should come down to Texas," and he's like, "You guys can stay at my apartment." And I was like, "Oh, well, like I don't know if you're gonna get your security deposit back." He's like, "Nobody's touching my walls," and I was like, "Even if there's a barbecue sauce covered boy from North Carolina in there," and he's just like, "Yes," and I was like, hang on 1 second. And I asked Swagger if he was okay with this. And then at first he was like, no. And then I was like, well, we'll give you snacks. And he was like,
I'm in.
I'm in.
Oh, man.
And I was
And
like,
then
yes,
you're like
in the walls.
joking about putting me in a fucking wall. I'm like, I'm not in. And then you're like, we'll give you peanut butter cookies. I'm in again.
So then from there, it went from a hypothetical situation in an Instagram DM to being a legitimate plan, and one of the things that I'm most excited for an SBC trip, in which we literally are going to be basting Swagger in barbecue sauce for a video. Just that
Pretty
it.
hot.
250 for an hour.
For 50 gifted subs, guys, we will be putting barbecue sauce all over Swagger. Just kidding, we did it for free. Like
that should be how we
approach it.
like sell that. Just like have that part of the video, and like one of us goes 50 subs a day,
Yeah.
or we based Swagger barbecue sauce.
You have until right now. Just kidding, we already did it.
I come around the corner covered barbecue sauce. Oh god.
He's coming around the corner.
Yeah, and then like the video like starts, and then it goes through the process of like we wake up one morning, GoPro in hand. All right, guys, today's the day. We're Sauce and Swagger, and like do like a cool camera transition. It's like us going to the grocery store, picking up Sauce, pointing at Swagger. He's like sitting in the front seat of the car, just like this, very upset. And
like,
then,
oh no,
Will this do?
I imagine he would be accepted.
Yeah.
We're
I'd
gonna,
go-
we're gonna have to like buy like 2 or 3, and then just like put them back on the shelf, and then take off, like open up and get like half Swagger,
Yeah.
like drink half of it. And be like, is that good? And just
I just
"Alright, next
imagine
one."
we're gonna be halfway through saucing him, and Percival, do you remember in Dragon Ball Z Abridged where Oolong's just like he eats pork and he's like, I'm delicious.
What?
I just imagine that's gonna be what Swagger's gonna be doing. He's just gonna like lick himself. He's like, I'm delicious. It seems pretty on brand. That's the part that you're like, whoa, Swagger, that's too far.
Yeah, I'm talking to myself like, well, that's too far, but I'm like fucking I'm Gollum now,
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
but covered in barbecues.
Yeah.
Gollum, but covered in barbecue sauce.
That'd be such a
That's
fun way to
CG
film it.
first.
Like we film it beforehand, where you're just like, you shouldn't do this, and then we cut to you being covered in sauce. Yes, you should do this, and then cut back to you with no sauce.
Alright, no, alright. My process, my process. No, stop it, it's too much.
That'd be the dumbest way to film it. All right, somebody remember that in a year.
The beginning of the video
Great.
is going to have to just be like, what a nice time we're having here in Canada, you know,
got, like,
people
a,
relaxing, like around like the fire, and then just like Swagger like comes up behind one of us,
Yeah,
like, covered in barbecue sauce,
The
like,
camera pans and he's just this on a rock covered in sauce. He just turns.
And then I climb off.
He runs
And you
away on
guys
all
are just
fours.
like,
Yeah.
You can just see like the drop dripping, the sauce dripping off me onto the rock. I like slip off.
Can we hose him down at the end?
Yeah, get a power wash.
Like the last part of the video is just us like.
These
Turn
are
around, spread
these
your
are
ass.
these are beautiful.
Spread your ass, boy. I feel like that'll be said more than once.
Here's my ass.
Great.
Nope, your chair was
No, I
blocking
know.
it.
I did that on purpose.
Sure. You don't show us your ass, you won't.
Well,
Okay.
got a bit off topic.
So what is so other than saucing swag, which I mean we're all very excited for. What's Redneck? What's something that you're really looking forward to either doing or experiencing on the trip?
Just the trip itself. Like, me and my wife are going to use it also as like a little vacation to go see. Because, like, one of our goals is to go see everything that we can.
Yeah.
So, we'll go to Niagara and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, and that's what's going to be good. It'll allow a lot of people to, like, again, obviously it's going to be a big trip with a lot of us. But, you know, obviously we respect that, like, some people want to have some time themselves. So, you know, we, like, for preference, whenever we do get there, a lot of the footage won't be everyone at once. It'll be some of us, some other people, and then, you know, maybe at some point all of us. You know, it's going to be a trip in which, like, we spend time with each other, all of us, but there will be a lot of times where it's just, like, some people want to just, you know, do their own thing. So Percival, what are you most looking forward to? Swagger, you get to speak.
I'll say afterwards.
I think I'm most looking forward to really just hanging out, meeting all my friends. Like that's one thing that I'll keep going through is like I'm actually going to be able to see you people in real life.
actually meeting everyone.
Yeah, you're going to see Andrew and Cody and Alex
Yeah.
and Noah.
who
Thomas.
Don't know yeah.
And Danny and
People who don't already know our real names, they're gonna figure out which one is us. Okay.
Mind you, I doubt it. I don't think.
Take the four names and then
put them together.
match it to who you think
I
they
threw in
is.
Thomas in there too, so good.
And
fun.
Danny and
But,
Zach.
Thomas, Danny, and Zach, they're not our names.
It's so weird just hearing that.
You got Andrew, Cody, Alex, Noah.
It's weird hearing all those, man. That's also another thing on the SBC trip. No one will ever be calling anyone's real name. It's gonna be weird, but it'll be really interesting. It'll be a lot of fun because like we're gonna have like between all the events like and activities we have at our disposal, and like not only just hanging out with each other, but like we're gonna rent a pretty nice Airbnb. So we're gonna be pimp chip. Like this is a trip where we're gonna like basically spare no expense and just like try and make some of the greatest memories we can. In that like it is gonna be so much fun for everyone. It's gonna be crazy.
I know what I'm looking forward to. Not going to a strip club. Fuck you.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to go to the strip club.
Everyone is just like, this is Moose's idea. Other people,
It is your idea.
Other people were in on it before everyone dropped out. Okay, it's not just me. All right, saying that now. But what else are you excited for, Swagger?
I don't know, just all the fun times. It's gonna be a really good time and memory, and it's just.
What are you least excited about?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Maybe we can
maybe
bitch, you know,
maybe
you actually want to be excited about. What do you hate? Who do you hate? Who here do you not like?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Who's
Like,
your least favorite member of the recording crew?
Yeah.
You shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even say that I'm not excited about anything. Like, I'm even excited to get sauced up.
To get sauced up.
Yeah. You can be not excited for Night of 1,000 Dicks if that makes you feel any better.
I don't even know what that is. So
Yeah, more on that later.
so why
More
I
excited.
can't not be excited by a surprise.
I think you'd be excited for Night of 1,000 Dicks. It'll be fun. But you were
It'll
gonna
be
say
great
something.
time.
Is there something you're not excited for?
I can't think of anything. Anyone else?
I mean,
Travel.
Excited to
the,
spend the
yeah,
money.
the money, the travel.
Yeah, the money and the travel.
I'm also
I'm not
kind
even
of.
worried about the money personally. Of course, the guy in credit card that's
Okay.
gonna say that.
Fucking Christ.
I guess.
I'm a manager, McDonald. I can afford it.
No, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
What I guess I'm worried about is that like if like maybe something goes bad, like maybe someone gets sick or someone starts a fight or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of worried about.
Starts to fight.
Well, like
and
someone
then-
just there's a beef
And
or
then
something.
Noah has to beat Andrew's ass.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
with,
that's how
good
that
luck.
one would go.
Good luck with that. That's exactly what would happen there. So
Fucking SBC.
I guess maybe the thing I'm
Like,
most afraid
some
of for
boxing
like
gloves.
is just not having the time to do everything. Like something happens and we just can't do everything that we wanted to,
yeah. Or the Airbnb sucks. That would really be
I'm
ass.
not
Yeah,
too worried about
that's
that. We
what
could
it
still meme on it then.
If we get the Mounties called on this.
I don't think the
No, that'd be
Mounties
pretty
should.
funny.
That would be pretty
That'd
funny.
The
be
That's
Mounties,
content.
Mounties are pretty cool,
Awesome.
right?
That would be
Romancy, what?
awesome.
Right?
Probably make fun
What-
of them.
Cuts to us in jail. We're not cool.
You imagine like we would be able to like do the thing that the Paul brothers do. It's always like Swagger got sent to jail, but it's actually like no one wants to bail him out. He's actually in jail.
That'd be hard to explain to my boss.
Hey, so you can't come in.
I'm stuck in
a
Canada.
Canadian jail.
A Canadian jail. Just send him the
I'm
video.
stuck in Mexico.
Yeah.
You
Mounties,
know what? That's
probably.
what I'm not looking forward to. Getting stuck in Mexico.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Take a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah, and ended up in Mexico. Man,
Yeah, the
Canada's
plane
warmer.
took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. How the fuck?
Oh man, yeah, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, and not only again, it's gonna be a great time for not only us as individuals, and as a group, but it'll be really fun for the audience, for the community, because obviously we've been talking about the SBC trip for months now, actually almost a year, and it's gonna be fun for them to see kind of because again, like a lot of people in the community have been around for a long time, they kind of know our group dynamic and us personally, so I think for them it's gonna be a lot of fun to see us all together having fun and just like the sort of the shenanigans we would get up to in a Discord call, but in person.
I just had an idea for a
Doesn't-
sketch for like the opening of the trip for the video,
Alright.
but I'll tell you guys it later
Okay, I think
after we're done with this.
that's a good segue into. I feel like we're going for like an hour now.
Yeah.
I feel it's a good time to stop.
Yeah, I was gonna round it out. But I think this was a good first episode. I think we covered a lot of bases. I think obviously the pacing's a little bit wonky, but hopefully we can fix a bit of that in editing. But yeah, so anyway, guys, this was the first episode of the SBC podcast. Swagger, for all you audio listeners, Swagger's kissing his microphone. He's kissing us all goodbye.
I'm pretty sure they can hear it.
Yeah. But hopefully they can know what that sound is. But yeah, this was the first episode of the Shower Brew Crew podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for what you guys want us to talk about on the next podcast, please make sure to let us know. Everyone's kind of goofing around here. Again, obviously this podcast isn't as professional as others, but I mean, hey, we're a scuffed group of gamers. We're just out here having fun, and we thought the podcast would be a perfect way to kind of share a bit more of ourselves as people with the community, and I just think it's gonna be a lot of fun to keep doing. You guys have any final notes to say? All right, well, Swagger has swallowed an earbud.
Yeah.
So that
White wire.
Get it out of your mouth.
spray him with the
That's right.
water.
You
You
drop
guys
that.
are gonna have to get a spray bottle for me.
We've already got a
Yes.
leash. We've already got a leash for you.
Oh yeah, the child.
Like a training collar.
Yeah.
Little backpack one.
Yeah.
A
It's,
training
They'll
collar
have,
with a
they'll have a
button.
little Mac.
It's a
Can
monkey.
we actually get one of those for the trip?
Yeah, we're
for,
going
like,
to.
a bit.
Yeah.
Where we get the shock
I'll-
collars on.
I'll
You go,
wear it.
that's what shit. I'm like, fuck.
it's gonna be a monkey.
A bunch of orange cookies spill out of my pocket. Swagger.
He's
If we go
really.
to the zoo, can we do that and just like we'll be like standing there and one of the like we'll be like looking for the monkeys and just like push his hand near his ass. That's
Yeah,
right.
you lucky sons of bitches.
We yoink on
A
his
little
chain.
like fake turd drops on the ground.
I just like that. He's like got his hand up his ass. How do you like it, motherfucker? we yoink on his chain. Get him back in here. But yeah, this goes to show.
Get a retractable one from like fucking place. Yeah, now you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Again, if this doesn't summarize the SBC podcast in a nutshell, we were trying to wrap up and then Swagger was throwing shit out of his ass. So, I mean, it's kind of how things go around here. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. How do you guys want to do this? Again, it's the first time we've done this. We can either sign off individually.
Bye. There. Boom. It's done.
It's done. There it is. It's over. So for we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Bear with us. It's gonna be a long process here, but like I said, we hope you enjoy. I'm Real Canadian Moose. You guys want to maybe take out from there?
I'm Real Canadian Moose.
I fucking hate you.
I'm The real Canadian moose.
I'm the real.
No,
I'm
I'm the real
I'm
Canadian.
I'm the real American.
I'm the
I am the real American.
First of all, get your ass out of frame. Bye, guy. He does like the Jim Carrey, like the Ace Ventura. Bye, guys. No, that wasn't an invitation. Anyway, anyway, for us here at the SBC, Canadian Moose, Evil Redneck, Bad News Percy, and Red Heart Oh Swagger. That's us. Sign up.
Rehart.
Yeah, Rehart. Saying
That's actually how you're supposed to pronounce it.
saying good night, everybody. So you guys have an absolutely wonderful time. Bye.